after the lizards have done their stuff is not promising much for the lizards.
It is important to note that Knightson was the most recent winner of the college division. He won the playoffs there.
Well done.
It's
And
neat, isn't it?
really solid coach.
How do you pronounce your name?
I usually am in text chat, so I don't have to. That's
Because
my actual
I'm
answer.
doing it the I'm doing it the German way, like Nietzsche. But I might be mistaken.
You're probably closer than
So
I
this
am.
is
And
this
he
is
actually
either a
told
serve
me
of the
it's
Saurus.
then. So
This is either a serve of the Saurus, or a one die block blitz on the ball carrier.
Can you get both? I think you can technically get both.
Yeah, but not now.
Not now, but it would have been really funny.
Well, a KO is better than a serve.
Well, yeah. It wouldn't have, to be clear, the surf
guy
and
on
the
the
blitz
ball
on the ball
carrier
carrier
is
was not the
horrible.
right solution, but it would have been so fun. And that is quad skulls.
Nice moment. I mean, this way, he's stunned. It's horrible, definitely, but he's still blocking the way forward for the skinks.
That was a great play too. Was the separate? Does not stick.
This is results-based analysis. I mean, the elves play better, in my opinion, but they're quickly getting removed. Where I'm thinking like that's armor value 7, armor value 8, armor value 8. It doesn't, you know. I've seen plenty of skinks being mighty blowed to tackles to no effect. But I'm still wondering if this will be a draw. I mean,
I would be able to tell you the answer since I'm the one that clicked the
guys.
replay, but I literally cannot remember. I think that I have a 12% success rate of remembering the score of a game after I've clicked the replay.
Oh no, I do not like this. I do not like this. I do like that one. I very much like that one.
Okay.
No, don't do that. This is the side cage thing you mentioned before that can be done, but I don't like this at all. It is pretty good in stopping the Saurus from scoring, and since there's no IG4 for a while, it's probably going to be okay. Because the one who needs to score is the sidestep skink.
Yep, I agree.
You've got 3 rerolls left, so
I don't understand what's being done with the ball carrier.
He thinks if you keep the guys in a line, conga line, it's safe or something. It isn't, but I don't know. This is, a serve. Whatever. Fine. Yeah,
Sidestep
okay,
skink
well,
is down. There's one skink on the field. If you free up the ball, you're basically...
It's a lower skink. You don't need the... yeah, that's it. You don't need the ball carrier down.
Well, if you get the ball carrier down with the loner skink on the field,
definitely.
it's still like pretty hard to score from there. Like this, if this ball goes on the floor, your chances of scoring are so small.
This is free movement. Is what this is.
Oh, yeah, Jelly's skink's still on the field. I'm dumb.
Yeah, but he's not going to reach. Yeah, he is going to reach. He is potentially going to reach. But you need a lot of work to make him free.
Yeah, and you can't even hand off to him directly where he is.
And he's still in a tackle, so it's 2+ with reroll possibly, but not skill reroll. What? No.
But yeah, the main difference between this elf screening and the lizard screening is the elves are screening off where the lizards went to go.
Yeah.
Whereas we
What,
basically saw
did
the
he
same
not?
situation, but the elves were coming
Was the
down
skink
this way.
still? Am I mistaken? The skink wasn't stunned, right?
It was not stunned, you are correct.
So why not get up on your last turn? Because 3-6, you now miss one square to make the touchdown.
Oh yeah, there is a lizard still for the lizards.
Yeah, wizard, but I would have, get the skink, IG4 skink in. Oh, this is horrible. Oh, if this works, this is. Oh Jesus. Oh, the elves have such a sucky game in
Yeah,
removal.
that's sad, and that's from the apple being used to
What is he doing?
save from a KO.
What is he doing? No! No! Oh, that could have been a very bad both down.
And not even in range to score now. That was a
What
lot
the
of
hell?
mistakes.
What the hell? It's turn 16, right?
Yep. That looks like a lot of
1, 2,
panic.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, he couldn't even score. So
That-
he needed to.
That would have needed to have been a follow in order to score. What should have happened is that should have been the blitz, sure, but not with this player.
Yeah. Yeah, well, then you needed to do a dodge out of a tackle zone. I think he should not have blitzed at all. He should just have dodged. Because both down.
Because it was what, 5+ with the reroll? That's like 50-50, more or less?
Yeah. It is 50-50.
I think just in general, like, both of these teams should have been fouling more. They both had a bribe the whole game.
Yeah, definitely.
Lizards should have given up on the Saurus touchdown a little sooner. If they're trying to win the game over the development. But if they want to just take the development, that's fine.
I don't. Yeah, yes, I agree, and no, I agree or disagree. Yes, you really wanted development on the Saurus, so going for that is value, and he could have done that just by dodging. So pick the moments, look at the clock, make your assessment, and if he had done a lizardman and a skink on the offside as a backup, it would have drawn away some of the elves from keeping a good position, and then use a wizard to clear yourself a path. Even if it's a dodge, if it's a 5+ dodge, you take that chance over not being
Andy
able to
has
score.
a great point here. He could have used the bolt and then blitzed down the sideline, and he would have been able to make it. Instead of relying on the fireball like that.
Yeah. And this is where I dislike the fireball. It's an imprecise.
The fireball is great anti-cage maneuver. Like, if your opponent's on offense and they put a ball in a cage, I throw a fireball on that almost every time, assuming that I'm somehow not within 3 tiles of the cage and able to go for the pickup or the sack.
And also,
like,
it's a great
you ever been
way
against
to go.
dwarves and they do a full man cage against the fireball? They get so sad because then their players can all move 1 tile, assuming they're not stunned or KO'd. And it completely wrecks dwarves if you throw a fireball and it works out even halfway decent. I have
Thank you.
one more wild game. I believe this was Poiku's, and then I'm hop off. A little short for what I normally do, but I am absolutely so tired.
Yeah.
Is this even the right game? I saw Screwman and oh, okay. I think this is Upstarts, maybe.
Oh, this is going to be a scary game. Scrubban is a really amazing coach.
Oh yeah, Scrubman's great.
I'm going to take my leave. Thanks for having me, and bye bye.
No problem.
Yep.
Thanks for joining. See, it's
So there
just the
is a
naming conventions. Gonna high kick. Decent defense. Offense is very punchy. Would have been annoying if you got blitzed. Like, left side was pretty open, but, like, can't have it all every time, you know? If you're accepting the risk of a blitz, it's fine.
I thought Boykus was playing the lizards, but he's
Uh,
actually playing the
yeah,
necro.
not this
Okay.
time. Not this time.
Okay. I would always like just moving the zombie to cut off the access to the ball a bit. Just throwing all of this
Yeah,
dice
just
before that
cut off the
is a
side
bit
from
scary.
blitz potential, but even then, like, your zombie just gets blitzed, but it does prevent them from blitzing a different player and cutting through even easier.
Okay, just going for that.
Okay. Mighty Blow hit on a skink, gets a KO. And now how are you going to protect the werewolf, though? So how do you feel
This
about
might
jump up
just be
werewolf?
uh, if you don't have piling on, I'm not sure about it. Like if you have piling on, I can get it, but
I don't think it's awful. It's always fast if it goes down, and it's movement 8 jump up. I think it's fine. I think people would take sidestep there, but
yeah,
I
I
don't
would
see
take
anything
sidestep.
wrong with the jump up.
Uh, the biggest problem I see with the jump up personally is that you
It's not
don't want
sidestep.
your wolf to no, you don't want your wolf to be on the ground in the first place
Yeah.
if you don't have piling on.
If you had piling on, it's the jump up every time, because then it's good if you just happen to get hit, bolt, anything like that. Like, because wolves end up on the ground every now and again. Failed
And this zombie
GFI.
still isn't in position.
I do
Like
think that going
for
after
anything.
the loner skink was really aggressive, because, yeah, you're isolated, you're not able to give it the proper defenders it deserves. Get punched, and now you're on the ground. And
And
you're stunned,
maybe
so you can't use the jump up.
even like if you have claw mighty blow, the swords are not much more durable than the skinks at that point.
Not much, but the skinks have stunty, which is really impactful. Like, stunty mighty blow is great.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
also,
amazing.
this wolf doesn't have tackle, so, like, just hit something easier. Like, if there's a naked source, I think I'd go after that instead.
Yeah, because
don't think there is.
if you
Nope,
manage to
there's
remove
one.
a source, protecting the skin just gets so much harder. So it kind of works towards both things. And you see at this point it happened. The ball was like taken.
Yep. So now you're gonna rely on hitting the ball down, because skinks be wild.
Yeah, and this team doesn't have tackle. Okay, a frenzy is the poor man's tackle, but there's still no tackle on this team actually.
Oh no, this is even better. This blitz is great. Because then the
Yep.
sidestep can only go next to the wolf.
But the great thing is that the blitz was actually prepared very well also. Because you couldn't have just done that.
Yeah,
Because you
that's
needed
4
to
dice thrown
plug up
at the
skulls.
ball, 6 dice thrown at the ball. Ball down, and then the other pink skink picks it up. 8 dice on ball and no pal. That's sad.
Yeah, and this is starting to feel really bad for the Necro at this point.
Main thing is you just gotta screen off the skinks a little bit more.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing. But did Poikus like turn over on turn 1 or what happened there?
Failed to pick up the ball,
Oh,
but also didn't
okay.
screen the ball for the 3+ pickup.
Yeah, okay, I spaced out a bit there, so didn't
No,
realize.
and it was fine to, but like didn't re-roll the pickup either, which
Yeah,
I think was the real
probably a
mistake.
bit scary. Yeah.
Which it's awkward. No ghoul to do the heavy lifting of picking up the ball because he's trying to level werewolf still.
Yeah, the Necro start leaves you with 2 rerolls, and having to use rerolls for the pickup really hurts them a lot.
And then lizards are gonna just play keep away for a couple turns and do some punching in the meantime. Just score. Just score.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's fine. Just
You know,
like,
I don't hate it.
sprint,
I don't hate it.
movement up skink, so you can just do pretty much whatever. You can go for a one
Just
turner if you really want.
turn over again, and you've basically won the game.
Yeah, yeah. I think it was completely fine to go for a touchdown here.
I think that if you're going to score anyways, there's not much difference between a six turns for the opposition to score and 5 turns.
Maybe you want to keep yourself a bit more compact so they don't get free hits on your skinks. You can just keep more of a formation on a reset.
Here's the same thing ran twice.
Again, it's still
If you're gonna have to move your zombie
enough at this
anyways, you
point.
might as well have him out here screening from a blitz. If he's like, he wasn't doing anything right there. I'd put him over here. This is very much an orc line, but
yeah, and
done by
this,
Necro.
This zombie can't even do that without taking a GFI.
I don't like this foul right now. Unless, is there a bribe that I don't know where? No. I think doing the foul at that point in the turn was a little awkward. Still have a blitz to go.
Is there a bribe here?
No, there's not.
Yeah, I think Poikus at this point
Did catch the ball though.
Poikus realized he would probably rather just try to get the Sauruses out of here. So he's going to go to a bit to the right, I'm guessing. Yeah.
Yeah, and ball should be safe.
Yeah, yeah.
White takes a hit.
Yeah, this is still fine for both teams, I think. The situation isn't very developed at this point. The Crocs is being really obnoxious at this.
I like that.
Here.
Hit the werewolf. I think that if you didn't foul the naked Saurus and you went for this instead. No, I get it, because you wanted to foul before that had a chance to still be standing.
And the problem now is that Necro is very based, and they can't really get away with much.
The problem
I
now is
throw
that
the
lizards
skink
make me
here.
sad.
I would actually consider throwing the loner skink in here to base a few more guys just to make everything even more annoying for the Necro.
I don't think you really need to, though. I think such a strength lead, the loner skink is unnecessary.
Okay, block is a good skill.
That's a good skink hit. Sticks. Dodge is fine. I think
the
movement
cage
should be being done first before these blitz into a dodge. And we're just gonna throw it in the cage. Did we need to throw it in the cage this turn? I don't think we did. Maybe because we got to get some forward progress.
It can sometimes be good if you are feeling a bit under stress because the first turn went badly, so you just have like a fallback. If you are feeling a bit shaken up by how the stuff went.
Yeah. Have a deep bench though, so I like fouling aggressively with the dirty player.
Yeah. The only thing is that fouling feels a lot scarier when you don't have tempo of the game, which I don't think that Necro is really like feeling in control right now.
Yeah, especially when they're down one on their half.
This could start snowballing really fast at this point.
They're both down one. I don't think it can snowball too fast either way.
So trying to get some skin punches in here. You probably need to dodge out with this fight though, because if you don't, there's a
Claw,
decent
mighty
chance you get nerfed.
blow. Bang Bosch.
Yeah, and
KO.
I do like the consistency from Poikus because a lot of players get Claw Mighty Blow and then they just don't use it for half of the turns, and it really cuts into its potential, I feel.
Yeah. Especially on teams that don't get access to Claw and as many players as they would like, which is 11, by the way. You know, your Werewolf, your Yeti, you really want to use that Claw Mighty Blow to the best of its ability. Just because it's your... Or, look at Underworld, you know, Skaven Blitzers. Or, Underworld Blitzers are amazing examples of just precision Claw Mighty Blow. Claw Palm.
They're amazing players. I had to play a game today actually, with Underworld with an Underworld team, which had 0 throwers or blitzers.
That's because you're still
that-
convinced they're a stunty team when they have Claw Mighty Blow.
Well, I mean, Glart has Claw too, okay?
I'm gonna play stunties. Plays Underworld. They have Claw Palm. What are you talking about? They're not stunty. Imagine if Halflings had Claw Mighty Blow.
My Claw Mighty Blow Blitzer died the last game.
And because
nice.
of that, they're stunty. I understand.
Stunty
with mutations. Imagine if
Frenzy
Halflings could get 2 heads and extra
That's the-
arms.
No, sorry, but using the frenzied like dodge here to unbase himself from the Saurus was really nice.
Yep.
And he's now trying to immobilize the Laser Man, which he is doing.
Skinks are
Nothing
going to
but
be a
the
problem,
Skinks will
though.
get there. Yeah, they are going to be the problem. I just wanted to say that nothing but the Skinks can get there right now. But 3 Skinks can get there, which is a bit scary.
And you had to follow this up with Flesh Golem? Okay. I think that the ball carrier is going to be hit by 3 skinks in a trench coat disguised as a Saurus.
Yeah, definitely looking like it.
Taking some block hits beforehand, which never ever penalizes you. Ever. Not once, ever. Oh. Right, 2 dice on blodge coming in, I would say.
That's 30%. With reroll it's better, but you don't have a reroll.
Yep. Yeah, the reroll was... I think that every 2 dice here was fine except for the naked 2 die. I know that's the one that dub scold, but at the same time, I think it was a 1 in 9 versus a 1 in 36.
And the thing, just taking a naked block and the blitz.
Gonna have to dodge anyways, and the blitz had a chance of frenzying you off, I believe.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So like, I think that was fine. That was actually really good.
But also, I wanted to ask you, what do you think of, like DT first on Skinks? Just because the Saurus can't get tackled that soon, so you just like have poor man's tackle.
I like diving tackle on skink, on one skink at least first. I think sidestep usually keeps them based on a player though. So I think it's almost always diving tackle after sidestep.
Yeah, I was just thinking about like diving tackle to.
Now, if you have 2
Blaster
diving
off
tackle
some of
skinks, it can be really good. But the thing with diving tackle on skinks is, in order to get value out of your diving tackle, you're putting an expensive player in harm's way.
Oh, this is going to be some patented Norse red dice next turn.
If skinks were 20k cheaper, I think you can spam diving tackle on them and be happy. But they're 80k, And having to replace one is obnoxious.
Wait, they're 80k.
Yeah.
Oh, that's expensive.
Right?
I was thinking like of goblins, they're like 40 or something.
No, goblins are great with diving tackle.
Yeah. I thought like
Skinks are
60 or
expensive.
something. I really thought they were like 60.
They're the most expensive linemen, I believe.
Damn. I mean, they are great at what they do, but still.
Now, linemen that I'd love to put diving tackle on, dwarves. Dwarves are great
Yeah,
with diving
I
tackle.
can see that. I can see that definitely. Just really messing you up. So let's see. This is not quite a natty, but it's real close. So I would have almost considered.
No, wait. Yeah, just so you know, I went against a natty one turner. It's really annoying to go against natty skinks.
It's obnoxious. It's really obnoxious. So I was wondering whether maybe Poikos could have actually deployed an actual defense that is more
Could have put
safe
Stanford
one
on the
turn.
line.
Because the lizards are not really great at killing stand firm, like at killing armor 9, I wanted to say. So maybe you could have risked it here.
Especially very, like, one mighty blow on the croc score, like, who cares? 2 stand firm could have made it a lot harder, but not that much harder. They just adjust where they position. Unless you have 3 stand firm, it's not even worth doing.
Yeah, I was more thinking about putting the rest of the players closer to block off things. Like
maybe?
like a full defensive commitment.
I think forcing 3 dodges on 3+ is better. It's hard to say. Scrubbin is relying on 3+ here. Because it's what? 3+ handoff, 3+ dodge, 3+ dodge, 3+ dodge.
Oh, and there's your rerolls.
No reroll, yeah.
Okay, so let's see whether it works.
Click ball, click end zone.
Oh.
And he makes it.
It works. Yeah.
That was well done.
Okay, so this is looking really bad for the Necro team at this point. They really need to steal the ball.
It's looking hard from here for sure. I'm gonna skim past the setup just a little bit.
That's a very far. Okay, that's not over yet. Like, the cyanide replay feature is awful.
Right.
It's really garbage.
I wish clicking right and back did something consistent.
I would have actually also preferred to put the kick zombie before the DP zombie, because once this guy kicks, like, his mission here is done.
I agree.
He's
I can agree with
free
that.
to get punched here.
You know, kind of funny. Once the DP kicks, his job is done too.
Yeah, because from my experience, he'll just get sent off immediately.
Have I ever told you
Although-
that lizards make me sad?
Yeah, like 3 minutes ago, and several more times before that.
Lizards, they do. I had to face like 5 lizard teams last season.
Yeah, weirdly, when I was like starting out, and in general, orcs and lizards were teams that made everybody sad, and I understood it. I was so afraid of orcs and lizards, but then they just like, I kind of won most things against them, and pro elves turned to be my absolute.
It doesn't
kryptonite.
matter if I win or lose against them. I'm already sad. They've already won. They've beaten me. I have no morale anymore.
Yeah, I can get that. Honestly, Skaven do that to me.
Like, going against lizards, you're going to bash against a bash team and an agi team at the same time. It's depressing.
At least you have some nice pinatas to keep you occupied
Yeah,
while you're
yeah.
dying there.
It's like Necro and Lizards are the same, like, oh, we're both semi-agi, semi-bash at the same time, but Lizards are so much more obnoxious about it.
Yeah, yeah. Like they're not like humans where everybody's average at everything. They have players that are really good at bashing, and then players that are really good at agility, but they suck at
Right?
the other thing. But at least fresh wizards are really, really like 1 in 9 prone, so that
Yeah,
helped
and you
deal
know
with
what
them a
else
lot.
is 1 in 9 prone? My Chaos team. Because
Yeah,
I don't have a Ball Carrier.
I mean, you gotta pay the tax for the war crimes you get to commit later.
But I
Like,
had a Ball Carrier.
imagine if Chaos was good at the start. Imagine
Ugh.
that. Like, is that the world you want to live in?
I want a
You
world where
just,
I want a world where they aren't forced into Claw Palm. That's what I want.
yeah, that seems like they have such cool, like, if they just had agility access on somebody, maybe it would happen, but they don't really. Because, like, with agility access plus mutations, you can, like, make a strength 4 elf or something, but without it, it's pretty sad. Okay, so the field is kinda inverted on the
And here we
Necro
see an
right now.
example of like the lizard cage just deep in the enemy half, like,
And you can
and you
just run
just
it in
you
at
just
this point.
score next turn because you'll be 3-1. Like that's really hard to lose from.
The Necro are amazingly good at scoring once in a half, but scoring more than once usually is where
Ooh,
they
that's a big hit.
falter. Okay, so they're at least trying, and the 3 players on the left are very far out of position.
A little bit. The
Let me still
white's
move.
not too far out of position, unless you're talking about the lizards.
No, I was talking about like the Flash Golem
Yeah,
and the
the 3
Zombie.
necro players.
Yeah,
One's
they're
holding
just
up a
like,
Saurus though, and like Flesh Golem, like he's never gonna get into play anyways.
yeah, they're just kind of
And
deleted
the
at this
whites are
point.
actually surprisingly fast. I think they're the same speed as the Source.
Oh yeah, they're 6. Okay, so you just, I think you just go for the score here. Like, punch this guy out of the way. It doesn't even have to be anything fancy. Like maybe blitz. You can blitz him off, and then just go in.
Pow.
And also, I'm just mousing over players, and I just realized that you can't see that. So
An impressive Discord feature.
yeah, just blitz the white.
Yep,
Yep, easy score
that's what's
now.
happening. And you get a touchdown, go 3-1.
Yep. Like, Necro are a team that isn't good at scoring a lot. Like,
And
they're
the Lizards
pretty
have
reliable.
4 rerolls for the last 5 turns.
Yeah, at least they're like, it doesn't cover that much because most of them already have block. Okay, 2 swords don't have block actually. I thought it was just one. But like the scary development part of being a lizard is mostly over.
Yeah, once your Sora get block, it feels really comfortable. And then your skinks, you want one decent skink.
Yeah, yeah. Though at least most of the stat ups and doubles and stuff like really works for them, so you take whatever you get pretty much. Basically any double or stat works for them.
With 2 players out of the way, I do like frenzy hitting the swords here. This Source is going on a magical adventure right now.
Remind me of those Norse wids where somebody just from that position gets served or something insane.
Yeah, it's always fun to watch.
So you have to go for a reasonable quick score here as the
Yeah,
Necromantic.
you gotta go for a quick score. You gotta go for
It might even
hit
just
on
be
the
potato
source.
time right now. Like, it's risky as hell, but you gotta do what you gotta do, and it's already worked out once this game.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think
Handoff.
he's going for the potato.
And a blitz. Oh, this is like real
This is
potato
cheeky.
zone.
Nice. So you really need a knockdown here because... Okay, you can dodge through
This
now.
no,
But it's scary. This is
Poikus.
scary as hell. I
Poikus, what are
actually...
you
No, no.
doing?
I like that. I really like that play, honestly. Because it is the winning play. Like, the tying play.
Yeah,
Even
but
though it's
like,
not a high percent. Like, losing 4-1 isn't really that much worse than losing 3-1 and being
I'm just saying,
3-3.
like, you don't have to blitz the source off the players though.
Okay, that was a bit cheeky, but still, in general, I agree with the play.
Okay, so what's the tying play now?
See where the ball lands first.
It's gonna land in like the werewolf's hands.
Well, in
Oh,
somebody's hands. Oh,
flesh golem touchdown. Let's go.
yeah, but he's so slow. He will not even get there in time, and he's probably going to get tagged by
1, 2,
something
3,
right now.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, you can get there in 2 turns.
But you need to score once more. And take the ball from
This
the
is where
lizards.
the werewolf's still in scoring range. That's really funny.
So just run into the touchdown zone and pass with the golem.
Ooh, jump up. Jump up's gonna do work. What are you?
That's still a bit exposed at this point. Like, there's going to be at
You
least a
know,
one time.
the mind of a Poikus works in mysterious ways.
Yeah, this
I
is the
don't
one.
even
This is the
hate
one time.
this. That's the part that's like upsetting me.
I really like the players who know how to create these chaotic game states
It's
and then just play well
here's
in
the
them.
thing. Here's the thing. Poikus has determined this game has already gone to shit. Something strange has to happen. Something high variable has to happen in order to tie or win. So you do the high variable tie or win strategy.
Yeah, and I agree with most of the
Which
things he has done.
Poikus doesn't
this
start
drive.
games like this, which is why this is okay. But just to be clear, this is like plan C, plan D.
Yeah. But I do like it, like in a chance management kind of way. I mean, the chance is crap, but the crap chance is still your best chance, so you
I
just
mean,
take
the
the crap chance.
conservative play at this point is just taking the touchdown on a flesh goal, and that's a really funny thought.
Yeah, definitely if you're like in up third and just want to get a bit of development and you don't really care about winning everything, you can go for that too.
Skull,
Okay, that's nice.
push, stand firm.
Yep. So now, is there like... there's certainly a way to free up this flash golem and then like run it in with two GFIs.
Okay, that's another skink out.
But there's no longer a way to get the flash golem free. Okay, so he's just going for it on the next turn.
Okay, claw
Sets up
coming
red
in,
jet. Yeah.
and that one's down.
Okay.
Armor
stun is
break.
nice.
This flesh golem's gonna get a touchdown. I'm so excited for this.
Happening in the game. I actually just now
Hey,
remember.
there's the skulls.
I actually just now remembered the score this game ends with, and what is going to happen in this next few turns.
Yeah, I remember that the score for this is really weird.
Let's see. Oh, the lizards still have a blitz, yeah. But one dying stand firm pieces feels so much worse
The
than
Flesh Golem doesn't get
anything
the
else.
touchdown. I'm so sad.
I mean, it's still going to a good place. Like, you can even pick, like, you're probably going to give it to the rookie werewolf right now. And, okay, picking it up. Fails.
Fails again.
Okay, okay.
Okay, that
That's nice.
skink is in danger.
I don't think
Not
he
as
can
much
get
as you would
served.
think, though.
Yeah,
Can't get served.
he can get punched though.
As a matter of fact, this was happening too.
Okay, okay.
And badly hurt.
I think he's going to give it to the other werewolf though. Yeah, yeah.
And this levels it.
Nice. I think he was actually leveled already because he got to. Did he get one more time? No, he didn't. The other guy got. The other werewolf got it.
And now it's actually kind of funny because
This is
two
very much
turns
blitz
with
territory.
all your positionals versus one skink. Poikis has a chance to turnover.
Yeah, this is also
Like,
very much
player advantage?
blitz territory. Right
11
now.
versus 7?
If Scrubben gets blitz here, like it's a pretty easy tie from this point. And I like setting up everybody this aggressively.
Perfect defense is so good here.
Yep, yep.
Absolute insanity.
It is just going to be a dash right there. These two werewolves are so prepared for it.
Oh no. This is one of the best perfect defenses I've ever seen.
Yeah, and that's the problem with just putting everybody on the line here. Like, okay, they can punch like zombies and whites here, but that doesn't give you anything at this point. That's
Well,
the thing I
the
was
problem
talking about with the
is
lizard.
this is the way you counter the blitz though, is by basing everything that's on the line.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So the way you deal with the blitz and the way you deal with the perfect defense are different.
This is just going to be an easy pickup. Like, and the
There's
source still can get
this.
free.
Do not tell me the game ends in a tie like this.
Like, the source still can't get free. They're still stuck there. Like, this is the best explanation of why lizards aren't broken. Like this situation. This illustrates the
This is
lizardman's
the
weakness so
prime
much.
example of Blood Bowl at its finest. You may not like it, but it's true.
Okay, he does actually get a blitz.
That frees up the source for the hit.
You probably should have run in with the back in with the white. It would actually remove this.
I think just not taking the GFI with the second werewolf helps screen it off.
He doesn't. Oh, he does get it. Okay, that's nice. Okay,
Okay.
that's nice.
Now what?
Oh, this is going to be some mad dice. He's going to run in and pass the ball. No.
What? No. 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 No.
If I was Scrubber here, I would be chucking my PC out the window.
That is the dumbest way I've ever seen a tie happen. 1 die, 4+, 4+, 3+. That just looked so jank.
Yeah, but it still pays to like call attention to everything that Poikus did to get in this position, because this wasn't like only getting, only scrub and getting dice. I mean, it was that, but
There was a good bit of that.
yeah, but Poikus was in a position to actually use that, which not every coach would be, I think.
He
Not every
went for
coach would
high
go so
variable
aggressive.
plays and made some questionable high variable plays, but got lucky. But sometimes that's what you need.
Yeah, but you need, like, he realized that he doesn't need a high variance play, because he only the highest roll of the high variance play would get him the tie here, and he just went for it, and I really appreciate that.
Now I think there was one more thing I wanted to look at. I wanted to look at some. Stop that, because that's no longer needed for you. I wanted to look at some requests for things to talk about, which I think we covered most of them. How to push an offense through, when to abandon the current. Basically, when do you switch sides? Was one question. And how to
Left to right.
push an offense through a defense. That's a really complex answer that I don't have the energy for today, so I'm gonna move that to next week.
Yeah, and honestly, it's really team dependent also, and matchup
Yeah, it's
dependent.
very team dependent. But when to swap sides? When you're forced to. The main thing with swapping sides is if you don't have any pressure on the other side of the pitch, you don't have anything to swap to. Whereas if you keep a player or two able to threaten the swap, that's usually just as good as actually going for the swap. But if you're not forced to swap sides, you don't. You just run down the side you're on and score that way.
And could I actually stream a bit just to like? There is one specific case in which I think you should swap often, and that is if you're playing against like an elf screen, in which you just try to draw them away by basically zigzagging across the field.
Oh yeah, I
Just
think I
looking.
actually have a good example of that. Let me find my link. I have a picture of that.
So I'm just going to try to drop something on the BB pusher real quick to try to demonstrate the point. If I
Yeah,
manage
let's
to
see.
actually
Blood
do
Bowl
that.
links. How to progress cage. But yeah, this. I'll throw it up on the stream so you can see what I'm talking
Yeah,
about. Basically, this sort of thing, where you move the cage and you try to outrun the opposition, sort of thing. Let me see. Yeah, don't worry about on the true specifics. It's finicky. And you keep doing that until you're able to break all the way through and score. Uh, you can also, if you pretend that you're a massive batch team, let's say your orcs, your dwarves, your chaos, instead of trying to run back and forth around the elves, you can just punch through them. So you would like punch through one of those, you would blitz one of those middle elves, push them back, and then you base 6 players. And then wizard use was another question. Generally, you use bolts when you're forced to. If there's one player with the ball going to score on you, you can bolt them. Or when the ball carrier is isolated, you can bolt them and try to pick it up if you're close enough. You can fireball a cage. You can fireball any group of 3+ players that gives you a shot at the ball. If any of them go down. You really just, in general, you're trying to use the wizard to get a turnover on the opponent's drive. You don't want to be forced to use the wizard on your own offense. That's really sad. Sometimes you're forced to, but that gets into a lot of specifics based on the race and all that. Yes, win to foul. You don't have the window on the top. And I'm also not streaming it yet. And that's a really good how to foul. I think the when to foul though is a lot easier. You foul when you're really far ahead. You foul when you have a deep bench, like if you're playing Necro or Undead and you have like 3 players on your bench. You set up fouls. You take fouls when you can get a really good foul. Like if you can get a 5+ foul with a dirty player, easy every time. If you can get a 6+ foul with a dirty player, that's pretty solid. 7+ you take when you're forced to on very dangerous players. And then you also Oh yeah, that's also a good one. If there's like a priority piece on the ground, you make a cage around it, including your ball carrier, and foul it. It's both a really good foul, and your ball's protected. Yeah. Ooh. Also, pieces that are niggled, heavy target for fouling, because you can basically guarantee the armor roll. And then with dirty player and a niggle, like a player is like more likely to be removed than not. Yep, snowball teams. I I think I disagree with it on Underworld, not because you can't. Like there are definitely players you should foul when you're playing Underworld, but I don't think they spam fouls the same way like a Norse or an Undead team would. Just because they don't have easy access to dirty player. I mean, you can put it on a rat, but your rat's. It's like putting dirty player on a skink. It's such an expensive dirty player. But, using one of your doubles for a dirty player Gabo, it's pretty good. I wouldn't take two dirty players, I don't think, though. Um, I think that was about it. I think we covered column defenses when boxing in. We've covered how to break through an offense, how to push an offense through generally, but how to push an offense through is so team dependent. I would recommend checking out the racial discords. You can massively generalize it, but I am not feeling good today, so I'm gonna be hopping off here in just a minute. But yeah, it's allergies, and I think my younger sister got me sick when I went over and visited her. Yep. Thanks for joining me. That was a lot of fun. You have a good one, and chat have a good one.